people? It's your girl Natalie, and I am here in front of the National Theater where Mean Girls is going to start. And my friend Rick Younger is playing Mr. Duvall, which is the principal in Mean Girls. And Rick has roots right here in the DMV. He is a Baltimore native. He went to the University of Maryland at College Park. He's an actor.
Did they change the Wi-Fi to who is the worst ever at fantasy?
Yes, we did, Doug. And the password is Doug.
Comedian.
Oh, thank you, thank you. I feel the love, everybody. Thank you so much.
Oh. Singer. And I also got a chance to sit down with Rick and talk to him about his career span and what's going to take him from the National Theater to Broadway. So, I am here with Rick Younger, who many of you may know. He is from the DMV area. He's a Baltimore native.
Baltimore native.
And he is getting ready for Mean Girls on Broadway.
Broadway! I just love doing that.
And it is coming to DC Theater first at the National Theater this fall, and then it's going to go to Broadway. So can you just give us a little bit about where you're from? You were born in Baltimore.
Yes,
you went to Poly. Everybody knows about
Originally
Poly.
from Baltimore, graduated from high school at the Baltimore Polytechnic Institute, aka Poly. Right. Went to the University of Maryland College Park,
Terps
which means
for life.
Exactly, which means I got my my true start in entertainment in the DC area. Okay. I started doing stand-up comedy in the DC area.
Okay. So did you always want to be an actor? Did you want to be a comedian?
I always wanted to be in entertainment.
Okay.
Like if you would ask me what I wanted to be when I was a kid, I would have told you that the things I'm doing now, you know, like I want to be on TV, I want to be in movies, I want to sing,
yes.
I want to, you know.
And you're doing all that.
I am living the
doing
dream,
all of
people.
It.
It's like a dream. I'm doing all the things I ever said I wanted to do.
Yes.
At this point, it's just levels.
That you have a band called Love Bucket.
Yeah, well, I have two bands. I have when I do the Rick Younger Show. The Rick Younger Show is my live show where I have where I bring together my worlds of music, comedy, sketch, improv, stand up. And the band that I have with the Rick Younger Show is called Love Bucket. Oh. But I also have a family band out of Baltimore, the Powell Younger Project, and that's my brother, my cousin, and my buddies that I've known since high school. You know,
you do that, and you also have a daily breakfast morning show.
Oh yeah, the low budget morning show
right.
is well, I don't get to do it every morning now because I'm rehearsing for Mean Girls, but once I do it on Periscope and Facebook Live and sometimes on Instagram Live, and it's just my way of connecting with people, bringing people into my world, and just like maybe some of them will come to a show or buy an album or something. So.
Well, you do a good job of that. I mean, you do a good job of, you're welcoming people in your home, and you actually cook a breakfast.
I do.
I mean, you actually cook something that's healthy.
Yes.
You are a family man, you're married with children, and you are doing commercials, and you are, just doing everything with your band and everything. Now, you're about to be on a Broadway show. So tell us what was the process like of auditioning and getting the part of Mr. Duvall?
When it was time, when I received the audition information for Mean Girls, my agent was like, you're going in the room with the creative team. And you know how you kind of put stuff in the back of your mind so you're not really thinking about who is going to be in the room. So I'm like, oh, okay. I get in the room and I was like, oh, yeah, Tina Fey did write this. And I'm looking right at Tina Fey, but I'm like, hey, I used to hang out with her boy Tracy Morgan all the time. So I'm like, cool, but it wasn't
internally.
But it wasn't too big for me. It was like I went in there
good,
and I just did what I had to do. I mean, I got a laugh before I even performed, just reacting and talking to them, which is always great when you get comfortable before you actually do your audition.
Was it sides, or they said do a monologue?
I did it. I had to sing a song.
Oh, okay.
And that was the thing that I did that made them laugh, was they asked if I had a little something to sing. And I said to them, I said, well, how little do you want? Because it was early in the morning.
Right.
And I was like, because I have a Stevie Wonder song, but if I have to sing a whole Stevie Wonder, that's not going to happen at this hour in the morning. And they laughed, and it was like, I had a, bunch of different scenes to do, but our director, Casey Nicola, he asked me to do my favorite scene out of it, which I, will not divulge. You have to come and see. But I mean, it's my favorite scene that Mr. Duvall does, and it's very funny. Mm-hmm. And I was like, when the first funny line hit,
okay,
I was just like, yeah. I just wanted to have a good audition, which I felt I did. And when I left there, I had to go to my agent's office. And by the time I got to my agent's office, they'd already sent an email like, we want to make sure that Rick is available. Kind of like, all right, I hope they like me enough to keep me around.
And they did.
So here I am.
And
I'm still here.
That's
I'm still standing.
That's good. It'll run from like October to
October
December.
31st to December 3rd at the National Theater. Then we'll have some time off before we get back into it. And the first previews on Broadway are March 12th, and the actual opening day is April 8th.
In the August Wilson Theater.
In the August Wilson Theater, which I always wanted to do an August Wilson play. Not do an August Wilson, but to work with August Wilson and do an August Wilson play.
So this kind of...
Yeah, so it's like, and then...
Right.
So it kind of, to me, it's great to be
I
like,
think it's a
to make your Broadway debut in the August Wilson Theater.
Well, it's a huge milestone. I mean, you have had so many milestones over your career. I mean, this is big. And who knows what's coming after this?
Yeah,
but this is big.
Sometimes you have to sit back and acknowledge
Exactly.
that this is pretty big. Like it's
wonderful,
and it's a testament to what things can be like in our business.
Right.
It's like you gotta always keep pushing because you never know. It's like, and I've seen it happen in my life and in my career so many times. Like, you're just chilling and you're going out and maybe even starting to get a little discouraged, and then you book something where you're like, my goodness, that is a move me up the food chain type of thing. And I've had
a couple of those. For those who haven't seen the movie, can you tell us what it's about? I mean, I know
it's about these mean girls.
Mean girls.
No,
but and then what is your character?
Well, it takes place in high school.
Okay.
And you know how the world of high school can be, and it just kind of it'll take you back to that experience. And I think that no matter what you were in high school, you'll find something or someone who kind of reflects where you were, but also to go through the experience and learn that these people who are mean girls, they have their insecurities and their fears, and it's like we're all just trying to figure it out in high school. Okay. I play the principal, Mr. Duvall, and it's kind of like I am the guy who's trying to make sure that the inmates don't take over the asylum. It's like,
and it's a musical, right?
It's a musical, but it's some great music. I mean, if you've seen the movie, the movie is not a musical, so that's an added feature that I think is going to be exciting. And they didn't just go and take the movie and make it verbatim. So it's like, there may be a few lines here and there that people are familiar with from the movie, but it's really like its own entity, an amazing entity at that.
And the tickets for Mean Girls are available now for the National Theater.
For the National Theater, and they go on sale on October 3rd for Broadway. But the website is meangirlsonbroadway.com.
Okay.
So like if you're in the DC area and you're looking to get tickets, when on the website, scroll down to where you see mention of the National Theater.
Okay.
Because up top there's going to be sales for the
Broadway. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for those tips.
Yes.
Thanks for your time. I appreciate
Thanks
you.
for having me.
All right.